Blessings BookTube. This is the Hitchcock Books tag created by Berna's Bookish Adventures. She also has an amazing playlist in which she makes videos about most of the or many books that she read that were used as source material for the Hitchcock movies. I'm going to do her tag a little differently by using the tier maker. I'm sure she'll forgive me. Which means we got 50 or so films to go through, which is how many Hitchcock made. I would say that, gosh, 40 plus of them probably are adaptations. Do not worry, we're not going to discuss all of those. We'll just briefly touch on maybe 10 of them as we quickly sort these 50 movies into the tiers. S being supreme as usual. A is going to be adaptations from plays. B is going to be books. C is going to be the classic Hitchcock films, sort of the top 10. And D is going to be for books that I defer, films and books I defer because I've not read and seen them. And F does not apply because this is Hitchcock and he is A+. Okay, that looks like they are in order, so hopefully we'll be able to read all of them. The first one is a blackmail. Now, blackmail is black and white. I can't remember if it is a silent movie. You're going to see here that I have a preference for the British Hitchcock, that I have not a preference for black and white, but I do think for Hitchcock it made him the great director he was, that he started in silent films and black and white, and I feel the same, I guess, about silent films, although I haven't seen as many, obviously, as black and white ones. I do really enjoy them. Not to automatic preference, but you're going to see that I have a great comfort with them. So that's sort of the general vibe here. So where do we put blackmail? It wasn't, frankly, one of my favorites. Blackmail was written by Charles Bennett. So Charles Bennett, he also did Foreign Correspondent, is one of Hitchcock's multi-film collaborators, a screenwriter, and I believe he wrote, I think he wrote fiction as well. Anyway, so we'll put blackmail, since it was based on a play, under A for adaptations, right? Because he adapted it from the play. Okay, next we have Champagne. Now this is going to go in defer. It is a early silent black and white, available on YouTube, but it's one that I haven't watched yet. In fact, there are 4 of them. Pleasure Garden is another one in that category. LMNOP, Paradigm, Pleasure Garden here. Again, I haven't seen it, so we're going to put it in D. Whoops. Sorry, put it in D there. And again, it's black and white, early black and white, silent. Also, The Ring. Now, this is one that I think, to be honest with you, might have gotten bumped up to S had I watched it, because I think it's got a good reputation. It's a sports one. And then Downhill, I also didn't see an early black and white. Here it is. Silent film by Hitchcock. So there are 4 quickly dealt with. Next we have Dial M for Murder. Dial M for Murder, is it among the top 10? No, but it is in the top 20. It comes at 17, ranked by Rotten Tomatoes. These are all Rotten Tomato rankings. So I'm going to call that one of the classics. I think that would be considered one of his classics. Now, Easy Virtue. Now, this one, um, Easy Virtue. Who wrote that one? Easy Virtue. I'm trying to remember. I did watch it, and I have absolutely no memory of it. So that doesn't bode well, right? For it being a great Hitchcock. Um, Gonna have to come back to that one. I'm not right off the bat seeing who wrote that one, but I think it was one of the adaptations. All right, so let's skip to the next one, which I'm having trouble seeing the title. Not sure what the title of that one is. So we'll go on to Foreign Correspondent. So Foreign Correspondent, as I mentioned, was another Charles Bennett. So that is goes back up with the adaptations from a play. A good one. It's very well ranked by others, but middling for me. Now, Frenzy is one of the last four films that are also going to be in deferred because I haven't seen them. They have a very mixed reputation. Frenzy is more violent than you expect, overtly violent, sort of a serial killer. Marnie also was in that group. Where's Marnie? There we go. Also, Family Plot, which I think a lot of people did not care for. Family Plot, Family Plot. Maybe this one is Family Plot. Yeah, that must be Family Plot. And the last one of that group of four would be Frenzy. Frenzy. No, we got Frenzy. Frenzy, Marnie, Family Plot, and the fourth one will come to me in a minute. So that will be down in the defer category as well. Okay, next we have I Confess. I Confess is a kind of straightforward melodrama for Hitchcock. He sort of fought with the actor. Montgomery Clift is a method actor, and that is not Hitchcock's style. But I think it's one of those fights that resulted in the two geniuses augmenting each other in this case. So I think it's a great film. In fact, even though it's not my kind of film, being kind of more straightforward, certainly not my favorite kind of Hitchcock, I'm going to put it up in S. I think it deserves to be elevated. On Rotten Tomatoes, it ranked only 37th. Now, Jamaica Inn ranks very low, one of the early black and whites, with Charles Lawton, who's another actor that Hitchcock fought with. But I think this is a great film, and this, of course, is one of the three works that Hitchcock adapted from Du Maurier, and the other two are very high up in the top 10. So I'm going to put Jamaica in S tier because I like it, and I think it deserves a better watch. Very atmospheric. It's you really get a sense of the place and the characters. I really love it. So I'd like more people to see it and give it a chance. Okay, next we have Juno and the Paycock. Now this is one that Hitchcock did not like. He said it was in his early talkies, and he said it's just like filmed talking, filmed, play. And it's true, he didn't. It's pretty straightforward cinematographically. Nonetheless, it is an amazing play and a lot of fun. It's by Sean O'Casey, the famous playwright. So this would be an adaptation, and I think it's ranked 51st. So I'm on the bottom of his work. I think it's great. I think it deserves to be watched and appreciated with the best of his work. Okay, Mary. I'm going to skip Mary for now. I'm not quite sure what Mary's all about. Here we have Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Yeah, this is his rom-com. gonna sorry to say that this is gonna go in D for defer. I haven't seen it, but I don't think if I did, it would elevate it. I like the way Hitchcock uses humor. In fact, all of my favorites of his early works and later works are the humorous ones. Um, and I like the way he uses romance sometimes, but the way he uses them together in this case just didn't work, I think, is the general consensus on Mr. and Mrs. Smith. So that's got to go down in defer, unfortunately. Murder, on the other hand, is fantastic, right to the top. Um, it's only ranked 32nd, which is crazy because Stage Fright, which is the other sort of theatrical one, is ranked 26th. Murder is set in a theater. Everything revolves around theatrics. You got to sort of play within a play, sort of Hamlet thing going on. Very fun. Um, Definitely S tier for me. Okay, what is this here? North by Northwest? Yeah, North by Northwest is one of his classics, isn't it? That's actually his 6th ranked film. And Notorious, also same case, ranked at number 9. Um, some of these classics I actually have some quibbles with, but I think that the video would be too long for me to go into some of that, so we'll leave that where it's at. Number 17 is also one of my favorites. It's, I think, the first early British Hitchcock that I saw, and even though it's ranked quite low at 41 by the tomato meter, I really think it's super interesting visually. Um, and the story's an old-fashioned action adventure sort of story. So if you just go into it with that, expecting one of those, it's going to be elevated by the Hitchcock, feel and the Hitchcock visuals. So I think you're going to enjoy it. Um, that's number 17. Now, Rear Window, of course, would be one of the classics. So Rear Window comes in at number 2, a second-ranked film. Psycho is, of course, in classics. That's number 7th ranked film. And Rebecca is going to be one of the, oops, where did we put Jamaica in? Sorry, I put it in C. I was so making my case for it, I put it in S, but it actually goes here with the Du Maurier adaptations from books. Rebecca, Jamaica Inn, and The Birds. Where's The Birds? Oh, that must be interesting. The Birds is not here, or is it T, under T? T for The Birds. The Birds must be, yeah, like that, right? The Birds, there we go. So those are the 3 Du Mauriers. I think The Birds is ranked in the top 10. I want to say, can't remember exactly how high. And certainly Rebecca is ranked in the top 10. That is ranked third best of his works. So very, very good. Rich and Strange. Rich and Strange, unfortunately, I have not seen. I have a hint. No, I have seen it. I saw it long ago. That's right. And I didn't rewatch it. And I liked it. It's one of those couples on the run, cosmopolitan, fun Hitchcock. So I'm going to give it right up there to S. Now, Sabotage. Excuse me. First, we have Rope. Now, Rope is actually from a play, and it's that famously done in one take, so A for adaptation here, by a guy called Lawrence. And Lawrence did Gypsy, West Side Story, Cajo Folle. Now, the play downtones, due to Selznick, the director, had to downtone the homosexual elements a bit. But great work. Definitely in his top 10. I think it's ranked, oh no, just out. It's at 13. But chilling. Oh, very powerful. And There are a few speeches in there, but other than that, quite good. And so that would be one of the adaptations. Sabotage, on the other hand, is from the book. And what book is it from? It's from the book Secret Agent by Conrad. And it's ranked very low, I was surprised to find, or relatively low. But I think it's great. Um, and it's an early black and white, and it's the famous one with the boy with the bomb. Um, and so why was it not called Secret Agent? Well, it was not called Secret Agent because there was already another adaptation called Secret Agent, if I can find it here. There it is. That was, whoops, sorry, that should be B for books. Adapted from some works by Somerset Maugham. Somerset Maugham had his some espionage stories, and that's let's see if I wrote down the name of those stories. I'm afraid I don't have them, but anyway, so that's what that one was based on. Also a very fun one. Um, Also deserves to be ranked higher in my opinion. Lifeboat. Lifeboat goes straight to S. Everything is, it's a like rope. Everything is, pressure cooked by being all together stuck in this one location together. And you've got, possibly someone who isn't who they seem on the boat. You've got people who may or may not be dying on the boat, people who may or may not be suicidal on the boat, people who may or not be wanting to sacrifice themselves on the boat. Just amazing. Um, and one of his important war films, I think, without being, propaganda, straight up propaganda like his French film, Au revoir. Is that one in here? No, that one's not in here. Okay. Now, Saboteur, not to be confused with Sabotage, this one was written by, I put it in C, it's not really a book though. I mean, I put it in B, it's not really a book though. But it was Dorothy Parker helped him write it, so I wanted to highlight her work with him there. And that is one I have not seen, so I won't comment on. Shadow of a Doubt, it's got to be one of his classics, right? Yeah, Shadow of a Doubt is number one. His number one ranked film. This is the one about the uncle who has a horrible secret. Very chilling, very chilling. Okay, Spellbound. This is the one that takes place in the asylum. The crazy are in charge of the asylum, or is he crazy? And more importantly, is he guilty of a crime? It's pretty good. I liked it. It's got Gregory Peck, who I think people really like, but for me that was the one sort of false note. Some of his acting in it, but of course Ingrid Bergman is amazing as always. The doors opening her mind when she has that first kiss, and this has images by Dolly in it, by the way, really fun. So that is Spellbound, which is an adaptation, I believe. I thought so. No, I lied. It's just a classic. Actually, just makes it into the top 20 at 19. Surprised by that. I thought it'd be higher ranked. It's hard just because I guess Hitchcock has so many great films, right? Stage Fright. Stage Fright is another one of those I'll have to defer. I have not seen it, sorry. So I can't tell you much about it, other than it's, again, a sort of theater, one that's based around the theater. Looks a lot of fun, so I imagine if I did see it, it would be elevated to S along with Murder. But for now, we'll leave it in D. Okay, Strangers on a Train, everybody's favorite, Strangers on a Train. Now, you've noticed that so far the adaptations have been literary, Maugham, Conrad, du Maurier. The two sort of very common genre adaptations that are cited usually are Strangers on a Train by Patricia Highsmith, put that there, B, and along with the 39 Steps. I wonder where they put the 39 Steps. Did they write it out? 39 steps. Well, when we get to that, we'll put it in its place. That one by, who did 39 steps? Charles, no, not Charles Bennett. We already had him. John, right? John, I know this. John Buchan. John Buchan. All right. So that is the two genre writers that are commonly held up. But I'd actually prefer to hold up a couple others. So for play adaptations, I would hold up The Farmer's Wife, which is a early black and white, and it's by a woman named Edith Philpott, and it's one of those. So it goes in adaptations because it's based on a play. It's one of those. Edith Philpott was one of those women authors who just wrote so much, but for some reason nobody knows about them. So plays, novels, so she deserves to be better known. And then the other one is well known. That would be Josephine Tay for the book, her book Shillings for Candles, which was adopted into Young and Innocent. So Young and Innocent would be a book. So that's under B. So there's a great mystery writer that I think I wanted to hold up among the genre writers. And so all these other plays have genre writers as well, but we can't highlight all of them, I'm afraid. So I limited myself to that. Next, we have Suspicion. Suspicion. I think this one is the one that also goes by a different title. We'll come back to Suspicion in a minute. There's the 39 Steps. So 39 Steps is the other book that often gets held up. For the genre writers, The Lodger is early black and white silent film that is very often called, I'm going to put it right here to the top to S, it's very often called one of Hitchcock's, the first Hitchcockian film, right, that he made. Although I would argue that The Manx Man, let's find that one. That should have been Mary. Maybe Mary's the one that gets a different title. So maybe Manx Man is The Manx Man. The Manx Man. There it is. The Manx Man is also very early black and white, but very atmospheric, very fun. I definitely, silent, put it up in S. So wanted to elevate that one as well. Okay, now The Man Who Knew Too Much, was done twice, and I like the first one, so I'm going to put it up to S tier with Peter Lorre. But the one that's actually rated, in fact, they've got it as The Man Who Knew Too Much. It's in the top 20, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, is the later version, which is also great. I mean, definitely. So that deserves to be there in classics. The Paradigm Case is one that I have watched, but I'm going to put it in D anyway, because I just can't elevate it to S. It's just not one of my favorites. I'm sorry. I can't like every single one of them. Now, The Lady Vanishes is one of the classics, of course. And it's adaptation. Where is The Lady Vanishes? Nope, I lied. It's just a classic. Just a classic. Number 5 in the rankings. Lady Vanishes. Classic. C for classic. Trouble with Harry is lower ranked than I think it should be. It's 33. How can it be ranked that low? It's so good. I'm going to put Trouble with Harry right up to the S's for its humor, if nothing else. It's the one where the dead body's found in the very beginning in a sort of, I don't know, idyllic suburban little glen scene. Um, you know, that sort of contretemps that's so fun with Hitchcock. Um, the Skin Game. Skin Game is another adaptation of a play. This one was written by no less than John Galsworthy, the Nobel Prize winner who wrote the Forsyte Saga. So definitely check out that one. I have to admit, I haven't seen that one. I've read it. What is this one? I cannot see the writing there. Okay, To Catch a Thief. To Catch a Thief is probably just a classic, right? Number 14 in the rankings. Here's one of the last four. So one of the last four actually is an adaptation, so it goes up with books. So that's Topaz. So again, I think it might not have the best reputation, but it is adapted from a writer who's got a great reputation, which is no less than Leon Uris. So I definitely want to see that one. I've not seen any of the last four plays. Okay, next we have the Torn Curtain. No, I lied. It was Torn Curtain was the other fourth play. There it is, Torn Curtain. So those are the last four that I haven't seen, and I guess Topaz was maybe, I don't know, the fifth most recent film. I can't be sure of that, but all right. Here we have what does that say? Okay, cannot read that one. But Vertigo, of course, is one of the classics. So Vertigo is going to be our first overflow here. Oh, no, we have an overflow in the D with the Paradigm. Vertigo must be ranked 12th. Vertigo's not in the top 10? That's crazy. I got to tell you, some of the tomato meters don't make much sense for me. Like the last four films that I just mentioned, those are all ranked in the top 20, approaching the 10s, and even though they all have a lower reputation among Hitchcock films. So I'm not sure what's going on with some of the tomato meter picks. Okay, this last one looks like not sure what. So we'll go through everything and make sure that I've put everything where it belongs. So we've got Under Capricorn. That's one that's missing. Under Capricorn goes right to the top. It's ranked super low. It's actually ranked 48th, so near the very, very bottom. I couldn't disagree more. This is a period piece, so that is a bit weird for him. But I would argue that the gaslighting with the head and the drugging and the shrunken head and all of it is as strong in this movie as certainly as in Rebecca. So give it a try. I think it deserves to be much higher. Let me know what you think. Okay, so we did Murder, Lifeboat, Manxman, Stage Fright, number 17, Lodger. The Wrong Man, that's one we're missing. The Wrong Man. Here we go, The Wrong Man. The Wrong Man is sort of the archetype of the whole Hitchcock genre, right? There's a guy who's accused, he's innocent, and you know, he has to clear his name or whatever. Now, have I watched The Wrong Man? Yes, I have. And I'm going to put it up with the S's. So that'll be our first overflow into the S's. Okay. Juno and the Paycock, Skin Game, Farmer's Wife, Easy Virtue. Did we find Easy Virtue? There's Easy Virtue. So Easy Virtue is one of the adaptations of a play. It was adapted from, oh yes, I was so disappointed. It was a Noel Coward play. I love Noel Coward. I thought it'd be so funny. But I watched it, and I was falling asleep, but I mean, I think half of that was the movie. I just have no memory of it, so couldn't have been that great. Okay. Laurence Rope, Blackmail and For a Correspondent. We did both of those. think so, right? Did we do Foreign Correspondent? All right, I think so. Then we have all the classics. For sure we did all the classics, right? North by Northwest, Rear Window, Spellbound, Dial M. Yes. So what about the books? Did I get everyone I wanted to do? Sabotage, Secret Agent, Rebecca Jamaican and Birds, Topaz, Saboteur, Young and Innocent, Strangers on a Train, 39 Steps. After the fact. After the fact. Is that going by the title of Mary? Well, After the Fact is not here because it was made into Suspicion. That's right. The film's title is Suspicion. So this is a great book by Anthony Berkeley Cox. That was another one of the genres mystery guys I wanted to highlight. Also goes by Francis Ives when he writes his inverted mysteries. Anthony Berkeley Cox is sort of his fallible detectives, and this is his book After the Fact, which was made into Suspicion. All right, and what does that leave? Paradigm Case, Waltzes of Vienna. That's right. I've not seen Waltzes of Vienna yet. It is a talkie, and I can't tell you whether I think it would be elevated or not because I haven't even read much about it. And then the last is Mary, which I suspect must be a different title for one of the other plays, or one of the other movies. But I certainly haven't seen it, so it's going to go there and defer. So we have 11 superiors. We got 6, 7 play adaptations. We've got our 10 books. We got 12 classics and 13 sort of not yet really categorized. So hopefully this is giving you some ideas of some really fun Hitchcock plays or movies to watch, and some of the great books and plays that undergird them. Certainly he's one of the great masters of adaptation, along with being one of the great masters of cinema, film and storytelling. So yeah, let's have some comments down there and have some what do you call them? Subs and shares, and what else can we do with these? Make a movie, make a short, and post it and let me know. All right, thank you, and thanks very, very much to Berna's Bookish Adventures. Make sure to check out her playlist of the books behind these Hitchcock movies, because she goes into way more detail than I can do in this quick tier ranking. Thank you.